Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are here and surprisingly I'm doing another video in the span of like a week, which is like crazy for me. I have not done that in a while. I have been lacking a little bit with uploads and I just really have been inspired to keep sketching in my sketchbook, also mainly because I want to finish it because I'm so close. I think I have like 3 more pages left in it to fill, so there will hopefully be another actual recent sketchbook coming eventually. I don't know when. I'm not going to make any promises on that, but yeah, hopefully soon. But if you didn't see my last video, I was looking through my old sketchbook, and every time I do one of those, I have a whole bunch of them. I'm on the 7th one, I think. I could be wrong, or it might be 9, I don't remember. After I do each of those though, I like to pick out Smart and redraw it in now so I can see if I've improved. And yeah, that's what we're doing now. This is like, I say this all the friggin' time. I love redrawing old art. It's very satisfying. I would really recommend doing it. It's very fun, especially if you do like really old art. But yeah, this first one that I'm working on, the original one that I was looking at, was in a very similar pose. I think the only thing that I added on this one was the hands on her face. In the original one, it was just her face and she was like blowing bubble gum. This one though, I changed it a little bit. A lot of these I like to make them as close as possible to the original because it's just, I find it more fun to compare them that way. You don't have to do that though if you like ever want to redraw art. Like you can see other ways you've improved, not just by the exact pose. But I really wanted to keep it kind of close because I also just liked I don't know, I like how it looked. I did though too, the hair on this one turned out so anime. I like didn't mean for it to, but I also didn't originally mean for her hair color to have 2 different tones in it. But whenever I was coloring her bangs, I realized the color was a lot darker and more pigmented than I originally meant for it to be. And in the original one too, like her hair's all the same color, but I actually really like how it looks, and I wouldn't have originally done that, so I'm actually happy that I ended up going that route. A lot of these too, I used Ohuhu markers mostly. I think there's a couple actually where I did use some Copics also. This one I think was most Ohuhu markers though. Also it was like so fun to like get to go back to doing I have not done like marker stuff, like coloring with in the friggin', I don't remember, it's been months, I don't know, because I've been doing a lot of digital stuff, and then I also did like a whole bunch of like portrait sketches, and then I was doing like stuff with pen and inking, and like I just haven't done stuff with markers and I missed it. So this was really fun to go back to. I'm also really happy with how her eyes turned out, especially like I was kind of playing around with the way I was coloring them, and I really like how they look, and I give her like very big like eyes and like very long eyelashes. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I think it's cute. Definitely an upgrade from the last one. That's for sure. Usually whenever I am redrawing these, I tend to like to try to use the same medium that I used in the original one also. But once again, as I was saying before, it's been so long since I've done stuff with markers. And the original one of this was with watercolor, which it probably would have been good practice for me because I also haven't been doing much watercolor stuff recently. But I really wanted to challenge myself with markers and coloring with markers, so that's what I did. Also because I just also wanted to get this done, and I feel like trying to do actually though, I don't know. I was gonna say I wanted to try to be faster, but this ended up taking me actually longer than I think if I used watercolors, because the hair took a very long time because I really wanted to get the hair like right and detailed. And I was also kind of playing around this time with the way I was shading things. And I was kind of just trying to do some things a little differently than like maybe I've done before. And so I was kind of like just experimenting a little bit too, that way also. I was struggling though too on this one. I didn't struggle as bad, but I struggled a little bit with the original sketch of this one, trying to get a profile because I am not very good with profiles. I don't know why, my brain just can't comprehend it, can't do it. So yeah, again, I went a little bit harder on the shading on this one than some of the other ones, I would say. Not like, again, I'm not doing like crazy stuff on these, but yeah, the hair though again was the thing that took the longest, but I am really happy with how the hair turned out, and it was like fun to do, a little bit scary too. Again, whenever I've been editing these ones recently, I've been trying to cut down like the space in between, because I realize whenever I'm like drawing or coloring, I'm like so annoying to like, I get so mad at myself whenever I'm editing these, because I get like nervous. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but like I get nervous to like start something, and so I'll like very scarily like I can see my hand like shaking, and like whenever I'm trying to like put like the first lines down, or whenever I'm first coloring something, I get nervous, so then I'll only do like very small increments, and I'll like start and stop and start, and it's like so annoying to watch. So I'm trying to cut them down so there's not just tons of like space in between. So, and I'm also trying not to have these videos be like 30 hours long, because a lot of these videos I'm trying to keep them under like 20 minutes, unless I'm doing like a sketchbook tour or something, obviously, and it takes a little bit longer. But I've been really trying to cut these down, and yeah, so I've also just been playing around with editing more. But so yeah, I don't know if anyone can even notice the difference. I don't know. I'm trying to like figure out different ways to edit. I'm also because I also don't want to speed these videos up too much, also because I feel like that could be like kind of like ugh to watch. It's kind of a lot, and also you can't really see the process. So yeah, I ended up adding, because in the original one, I think her hair was a little bit more brown, but I ended up adding a lot more like red undertones to this one, which I actually really also like how, again, I'm really happy, and it was like just really satisfying to color the hair. And yeah, I really wanted to get it right, so I tried to take my time with it as I was working on it. But yeah, I'm really, again, for a profile, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I kind of want to play around more with like outlining and stuff, because my line art recently has been kind of, I don't know, I haven't been loving it. I feel like I've been getting a little bit lazy with it, honestly. I feel like I need to take my time with it more. I don't know. And then I also, with the jewelry that she's wearing, I ended up, originally I was gonna use also marker for that too, but I was like going over it completely, I realized, and so I ended up going back in with acrylic paint. I really wish, if I have like some Posca pens, but I only have like very, very limited colors. I only have like skin tone colors, so I didn't have any yellows that was like pigmented enough, and I really wanted it to like pop out, so I ended up going in with, if I did have Posca pen, I need to use my Posca pen more. I don't use them very often, but they're very like limited colors, and so I usually, whenever I use a Posca pen, I like to use things that are gonna like really pop. And so I haven't been using them that much. But yeah, I think the yellow worked. I'm not a huge fan of the way this color of yellow turned out. It's a little bit too light. But it's fine. I think it does though still like stand out too enough in the drawing. And again, yeah, definitely improvement from before, and I'm happy with it overall. This drawing is the one where I mostly used Copic markers, because I wanted to get a lot more. I've noticed with Copic markers, I have a lot more like lighter, more almost pastel colors, whereas a lot of my Ohu markers are very pigmented and very saturated, and I do tend to prefer the more sorry, I just saw my cat running across. They look really cute. I do tend to prefer more limited saturation. I don't like super overly saturated stuff. I honestly, I love like pastels, because there is a little bit of like, they're very like colorful and pretty, but they're like subtle. I don't know how to describe color. This one though, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Also the original one, this one too, is actually, I think it was just colored pencil, which I also just don't have the patience to do a full color pencil drawing, because those take time, and I don't have that right now. So I fully did a marker illustration for this one. I did obviously do some line art with Prismacolors, but yeah, this one was mostly fully colored with Copics. And yeah, I just had so much fun coloring this one. I love her little bathing suit. I did end up changing to the color of it. In the original one, she had a red one, but I ended up changing the color because I thought that the hair color and also just her skin tone was a lot more warmer, and I feel like the red wouldn't have popped as much with how warm, and like I also kind of wanted to give her like a little bit of a sunburn, so I ended up making her cheeks like extra red and like on her shoulders and stuff. And again, I feel like if I made her bathing suit red, it would have all kind of just blended together a little bit too much. And also the hair color I went with was also a little bit more like, it was like a warm brown. And so I just really wanted a more cool color to contrast with everything else. And I'm actually really happy that I did do that, because I do feel like it would have, I don't know, I feel like it would have popped as much. And yeah, I love this style of bathing suit too. Like I think I was looking up, like, the original one also I think was supposed to be kind of more of a vintage style, and I think it's so cute, and it was very fun to color and draw. It also got me excited for summer, which is finally here. Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been 80 years since. I feel like that's just like the longest winter I've ever had in my life. But yeah, I also really changed the hair quite a bit too, because in the original one I didn't know how to draw braids, which I still don't really know how to draw braids. This one I kind of just winged it and hope for the best. I'm not gonna lie, but I really like the way that her hair turned out, especially like the top part. Like, it's kind of giving like Greek mythological type stuff. I don't know what the heck I'm saying. I don't think that's a word. I don't know. And yeah, I really like how her like facial. I just really like how this one turned out. I really like her eyebrows. I love drawing very big, like thick eyebrows. I think they're really cute. Yeah, overall I'm just really happy. Oh yeah, her hair I definitely used home markers for. But yeah, everything else. And then the other one I had too, the original one, there was more of a background to that one, which I kind of cheated, not gonna lie, because I didn't. Originally, I was planning on doing a full background, but then I was like, because I didn't want to ruin it. So I also was just afraid I was gonna distract from. I think also I realized too I messed up because, again, originally her bathing suit was gonna be red, and so it would have contrasted better with the background, because in the background I was going to do kind of like a gradient of a beach scene where it was like the sky, the water, and then into like sand. But then I realized her suit would end up blending into the background too much, and so I didn't do that because of that. So I ended up I gave her umbrella still, and the original one has that, and then I just did a yellow background because I thought it would contrast well with the blue. And then I went in with a white pen, and I think it's a Sakura Jelly Roll pen, and I went over the bathing suit so I can add stripes, because that is my special interest, is drawing stripes. But yeah, overall I love how this one turned out. I'm really happy with it. This one also, I ended up kind of going a little bit more of an easy, because the original one of this one was only just black and white. I think I did it with just like a black marker just to color it in, and then the original one also, she wasn't like a cat, or like, I'm not sure what she is because she's not really a cat, but she kind of is. I don't know, because she has like a cat nose. That's like the only cat thing about her. Maybe it's just like makeup that she did to make her look like a cat. Because in the original one, there's a cat next to her, and so I kind of just made her look like a cat too. And then I also gave her a cat. I'm like so happy with how this one turned out though. I really am glad that I ended up outlining it in pink, and then everything else is black and white. I just think it really pops. And just whenever I was coloring this one, I just was having so much fun, and just I was really just kind of slowly layering on the colors. And I love how this one turned out. I really am happy with it. I love um yeah, I really like her design. I love how the way her eyeliner and stuff turned out. Um, and I really wanted to give her the exact same like face as her cat that she's holding, which you can't really see her hands holding it because I didn't want to draw them. I drew my capacity for hands was in the last one, so I was like, I'm not drawing hands on this one. But yeah, and also just like the messy buns was really fun to draw, and I just had so much fun coloring this one. This one was like just purely just self-indulgent stuff that I want to draw, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I'm really happy with it too. Just I love the tone of the grays that I use. These are also mostly all Copic markers. Yeah, I just love how they look, and just they go down so nice on this paper. My next sketchbook is gonna be a bigger one, because I will say, even though I really love the ELO sketchbook, I really miss having a bigger sketchbook because I feel like it's been really limiting me. I can't freaking talk. On how much stuff I can draw, because it's just there's not a lot of space, and I want to be able to draw big, and so I'm going with a bigger sketchbook next. But I do really love how marker sits on this, especially Copics. They sit so nicely, and they're so smooth on the paper, and it's really easy to blend them. And so yeah, and then I just love blending her. I love her eyebrows, and blending those was so much fun. And then I ended up adding also just an accent color of pink also on top of everything, because I didn't want to have tons of color on this one. I wanted it to be very simple. I think originally I was gonna have it be purple, but I ended up going back with pink again. And yeah, this is me coloring in the cat. I went really simple again. I wasn't really trying super hard because I was also like, I'm ready to be done with this, so let's finish it. But I'm really happy with how it's turned out though still, and I really am happy also with the shade of pink that I ended up going with. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with how all these turned out. I definitely think I have improved, so that's the best thing that could happen. That was my goal. That was my hopes. But yeah, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys again. I don't know when, but I'll see you guys again next time. So I hope you have an amazing day, and yeah, I'll see ya.